I was going to say it wouldn't be an NFL podcast if we didn't at least touch on the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody wants to know about Dallas. What do you think about them and where they are?
I tell you this, I like Zeke Elliott, but it showed me a lot when they even thought about bringing him back. You know, when you let a guy like that go, you have to move forward. And I think about Dak Prescott, and, you know, I'm a big fan of Dak Prescott. I think he's a good person, but he's got to be able to take that next step. And, you know, 50, 60 million, I don't know, man. I mean, if I'm the Cowboys, maybe I'll wait this year, let him play out this year and see what happens. And maybe I go to Trey Lance. But I got some doubts about Dak. I really never had a lot of doubts about Dak. I've been a big believer in him, and now it's just like, I'm not sure with Dak anymore, Coach.
Well, I would like to ask you, what do you think they feel Zeke Elliott gives them? What does he bring to the table that they needed? That was my question.
Pass protection. He's great at pass protection. Okay. But you get him out open, one-on-one against a safety. When the last time did he make a safety miss or a corner or a linebacker miss in open space? He hasn't. And that's the thing that you don't get from him. You don't get that explosiveness. See, he knows, Jerry Jones knows that Zeke is a fan favorite and he's a crowd favorite. But at the end of the day, you can't play that. You got to move forward. You got to bring in some young guys that got some speed, some athleticism, guys that are hungry. Zeke he's rich. He's comfortable. He's not going to come in and, you know, and do the little things. And why even bring him back? I don't get it, man. I think you're trying to move forward, but yet you're steady moving back. I don't get it.
He brings physical toughness, and maybe they felt like they needed that. But I like their offense, the explosiveness of Tony Pollard and what they did with the receivers. So it just was a question mark in my mind. I'd like to flash back to their schedule, though, for a second, because as we watched them last year, we saw a different team at home than they were on the road. And at home, they were fast, they were flying around, they created turnovers. Their struggle was on the road. And now you look at coming out of the gate in the first half of the season at Cleveland against a very, very strong defense, at the Giants, tough game, division game, at Pittsburgh, who we say is going to be different. They're going to be more physical. At the 49ers, where they struggled last year, and then at the Falcons. How are they going to fare in these road games when the offensive passing game might not be high flying?
That's the thing, and I think that's the thing that I'm talking about. When you talk about the Dallas Cowboys and then bringing Zeke in, I would have drafted a guy in the 4th, 5th, 6th round to be able to come in and just run the football. And, you know, it just comes down to Dak Prescott, man. I'm just so tired of the excuses with the Dallas Cowboys. They got to get tougher on the defensive side of the ball. You look on defense, why didn't they go out and get a big run-stopping defensive tackle, 6'4", 320 pounds? That's something they've struggled with, is stopping the run. Some of these moves, I know they do a great job of building an offensive line, but to win a championship, you got to have a great defensive line. You had a great defensive line. You had great linebackers. You had some really smart guys in the secondary, and you were able to win a championship. And it wasn't just because of your offense and Peyton Manning. It was your defense.
Yeah. Well, sounds like you still have some questions on the Cowboys. A lot of these questions are going to get answered, and the schedule is so exciting. We've got a great lineup of games on Sunday Night Football, and I am excited for the year. Can't wait for it to start, Rod.
I can't wait either, Coach. I can't wait to kick your butts on the picks, too.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.